Hello students, in today's class we are going to use Scratch to learn a little bit more about geometry. We are going to use Scratch to draw different types of polygons. Okay, and not only that, we'll be learning some very interesting concepts about programming also. So let us begin. Okay, now first thing what we are going to do is I'm going to change the sprite and or I'll just simply shrink this sprite and make it very tiny. If I want, I can even hide it. Okay, but we'll keep this. I'll keep a color for the background. So I click on the stage background and I can choose a new backdrop directly with a color, or I can paint it myself. Removing the previous one. Okay, now let's begin writing the script. Now if I want to draw any shape using Scratch, okay, so first of all, as I have taught you in the previous class, you must use the pen block commands to start drawing. Okay, so first of all we'll begin with when flag is clicked. Then what we will do is we have to put the pen settings. But where are the commands? Why aren't they being displayed? Because I am on the background. So I should be on the sprite for all the commands to appear. So I was here. So when I am here, only some limited commands will be displayed. And remember that whatever you're coding, you should select that and then begin. Okay. So let us remove this from here. Yeah. Now let us begin. So I'm going to say in the events block when flag is clicked. Okay. Now I will go in the pen block and there are certain steps which we will do before we start drawing. First of all, we will use the clear command to clear whatever is the previous drawing if we have anything on the stage. Okay. Then we have to give the pen down command in order to make it start drawing. I'll set the color of the pen, the size of the pen, and so on. So first I will set the pen size to maybe 5. We'll set the pen color to any color. I'll begin with red. Okay, and I have to always go to XY position 0 0. This in the beginning it is okay, but if I am going to be doing trial and error several times, so it is always better to first give this command and then proceed. Okay, so after doing this, now if I want to draw any polygon, okay, so what I had taught you in the previous class was that we have to move some steps and turn a specific number of degrees. Okay, now for example, suppose I want to draw a triangle. So what I will do is I will keep the repeat command. In the repeat command, since the triangle has 3 sides, I will put 3. Okay, and in from the motion block, I will move. I will how many steps I move will determine how big the shape will be. Okay, so I will move 60 steps, and here I have to turn some specific number of degrees. Now this degrees depends upon the number of sides. Okay, so as I told you, a closed figure will always come to 360. So what we will do is, in the operators block, I will divide 360 by 3. Okay. So if I will put this, turn this many degrees here, and this I have to repeat 3 times, so I will get a triangle drawn like this. Okay, so this is how it is drawing. Now what we did was, just let me repeat it. I have to, since it's a triangle, there are 3 sides to it. So what it is doing is, it is moving 60 steps and turning 360 divided by 3. That comes to how much? 120 degrees. So it is turning 120 degrees and drawing the second side. Then again it is turning 120 degrees and drawing the third side. So that is how we are getting the triangle. Now this is interesting. This is simple, right? Now suppose I wish to draw a square. Then what are we going to do? We are going to see over here 4 steps. Repeat 4 times. And we are going to turn this 360 divided by 4. And if I were to just, all the change that I made was, I changed repeat 4. Why? Because a square has 4 sides. And in the degrees that it has to turn, I said 360 divided by 4. That comes to 90. Right? So it will turn 90 degrees for the square. And if you know, if you must be aware that a square has a right angle. So it is always 90 degrees there. Now see this. It is drawing a square, right? So all I did was, in the commands for the triangle, where this was 3 sides, I changed it to 4 sides. And here it had to turn 360 divided by 4. How many sides are here? That many. 360 I divided by that many number. Whatever I give here, repeat. That same repeat number I am giving here. And I am getting a polygon of that many sides. Okay. Now suppose if I want to draw a pentagon. Pentagon has 5 sides. So what will I do? Yes, 5 degrees here. And I will repeat. I will turn 360 divided by 5. Now if I were to run this, am I getting a pentagon? Yes. Right? So this way I can go on and on. So we saw a 3-sided figure, we saw a 4-sided figure, we saw a 5-sided figure, a 6-sided figure, hexagon, same way. So what am I doing? I'm just changing the sides and 360 divided by that, and I'm getting that polygon over here. This is how it is drawing. Now this I can go on for as many sides as I want. Is it correct? Right? Now this is what you had learned in the previous class. This much is simple. This is very simple. Okay. Now what if I were to tell you that I want to write a program such that the same program should be able to draw a triangle, then a square, then a pentagon, then a hexagon, then an octagon, a nanogon, and a decagon. Same program should work for all the polygons, these many polygons which I have said. So what will you do? Yes, one guess is, the long way would be what? I repeat this set I will write again and again. Like see, for example, this will make a triangle, right? So this I will copy and I will put it down, and I will now say 4 sides, right? Then again I will copy this and say 5 sides. And this is the way I will do for as many times as I want. But this is not a correct way of writing. I will show you a better way of writing this and a more easier way. See this. This is going to draw, but okay, it is not clearing this. So if I give a clear command in between the two figures, then it will draw. So suppose if I give a clear here and a clear again, but it will be too quick. We'll have to wait for some time. Otherwise, it will be too quick and it will clear it. Yeah. So I'll give one more clear here and you see if I don't give a wait, it will be too quickly it will clear. See this. It is doing it too fast. So it is okay. This, yeah, it's clearing too quickly. So what I will do is I'll make it wait for 1 second. And so what I'm doing is in this I would have repeated this 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. I've only done up to 5, but then this I can go on and on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I would be copying that block and I'm making my code very long unnecessarily. Okay. Now see if I were to run this, see it is drawing, clearing, drawing, clearing. Okay. So it is waiting for 1 second and it is doing it. Okay. So this is how. Okay, I gave my weight. This will be more perfect. Okay, so now suppose, yeah, see, drawing a triangle. Now I want to do the same thing. Only thing is I don't want to use so much code over here. I want to write shorter lines of code. So I'm deleting all this. Okay. Now how do we go about this? Now using the same code, if I want to draw different types of polygons, I can do that using what I'm doing is in all the steps was I was just changing this, the number of sides and how many degrees I have to turn. Okay, so instead of using a fixed number there, I can make use of variables. Okay, so variables can change in a program. So I can use a variable there. So what I'll do is I will go in the data block and I will make a variable called sides. I'm calling it sides because it is representing how many sides it is. I can call it anything I wish, but I'm calling it sides because when I give a variable what it is representing, then the code is easier to understand. Okay, so I've kept a variable called sides over here. Now, initially, I will set the sides, number of sides to 3 because I want to begin with 3. Okay. And then I will change it to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I want to do this how many times? So I can say repeat until sides reaches 10. Okay. So there is in the control block repeat until. So I will say over here repeat until, and then the block I will say over here sides equals 10 or sides is more than 10. So we will use this block sides greater than 10. Okay, and here instead of saying repeat 3 times, I will say repeat sides time. Okay, because sides is initially going to contain the value 3. I have set sides to 3. So I am going to say repeat sides number of times, move 60 steps and turn 360 divided by, again here I should not keep a fixed number because I want the same code to work for 3-sided figure, 4-sided figure, 5-sided figure, 6-sided figure, and I want it to go on till a 10-sided figure. Okay. So what I will do is I will say 360 divided by sides here in this manner. So here you can see in this code, I am not using 3 anymore. I am not saying repeat 3, move 60 steps, turn 360 divided by 3. Instead of that, I am saying repeat sides. What is sides? Sides is a variable which I have set to 3 here with this command here. Okay, so fine, this is going to work for my triangle. Let us just check, is it working for my triangle? Yeah, it is working. But then, because I have given an outer loop over here, repeat until sides is more than 10, it is going on. It is becoming an infinite loop. Now let us just check. Okay, it is drawing one triangle here with this. Now I want this, after it draws a triangle, it should draw now a four-sided figure, a square. So, before I draw the square, I wanted to wait for some seconds and then clear it and then change it to four sides. So how do I make this sides from 3 to 4? I will change side, I will add 1, 2 sides like this. So change sides by 1. So if sides is initially going to contain 3, it will now contain 4 by this command. Change sides by 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So it will now draw four-sided figure. Okay. And after doing this, I am going to clear. But before clearing, I should wait. Otherwise, it clears too quickly. So I will wait a second and then clear. Okay. So I'll go in the clear and I will clear this. Now, I want to do this repeatedly for, if I don't give this repeat, then it will only do for one block only. It will only do for the triangle and stop. So now I'm going to do this till sides becomes greater than 10. And what am I doing in that? First, I had set, okay, here this should be outside. First, I have to set the sides to 3. Then I'm going to repeat this by 10 times. Okay, because I want first a triangle, then a square, then a pentagon, then a hexagon, septagon, octagon, nonagon and decagon. So till 10 sides I want this. Okay, so I am giving this outer loop for the different sides. You know the inner loop we just saw, it is going to draw one polygon of whatever sides I mentioned here. Okay, now let us just check this. See, it is drawing. The same code is drawing for all the types of polygons. So this is how it is working, isn't it? So the same code, I didn't have to copy that. Earlier you saw when I duplicated the code, it was so big. The code was so big and that was only for 4. I had only done up to a pentagon. Okay, now this is working the same. This much code is going to work for so many sides. I can have more number of sides also if I wish over here, but I will stick to 10, maximum 10. Okay, so the same code is working to draw different types of polygons. So isn't this interesting? Okay, now it would be more interesting if suppose if, see, when I'm drawing this, it is drawing everything with the same color. Right? Now, if I want that the color should change for the different shapes, then what I can do is, after it finishes drawing one shape, I can change the color shade. Okay? So, here, after it finishes drawing this one shape, I will say change pen color by 10. Okay? Now see, it will draw with different colors. You can see this? It's drawing with different colors now, isn't it? Okay, now we'll go a little step ahead. Now I'll just revise this whole thing with you before I go ahead. Okay, now first of all, what I must do is, whenever I want to draw anything using Scratch, I must always give these set of commands. What are these sets of commands? That first I will go to X position 0 and Y position 0. I will clear, okay. Then I will, why am I saying this clear? Because if there is a figure which is already there, the previous command, previous program, it has drawn something there, it will, we want to clear it and then make the program draw a new um, drawing there. Okay. Then in order to for Scratch to draw, this command is very necessary. Pen down. So only if the pen is down will it be able to draw. If the pen is up, see, when I want to stop drawing, I should say pen up. Okay, so at the end, maybe I can say pen up and close all also. So if I want to stop all, so I can say like this. Okay. Now, after doing that, I will change the pen size to 5. Now, if I want thicker lines, I can make this number a little bit more big. If I say 10 or something, then it will draw very thick lines. Okay. But I think 5 is just fine. But we can try with a 10 also. And I'm changing the pen color to any color I like. Okay. Now after this, what I'm doing is, earlier when I want to just draw one polygon, then I have to only give this much command. Repeat the number of sides. So I'll just take it out and I'll explain it to you. Yeah, here. I have to only give this set of commands. Here instead of sides, we had first written 3 sides, and whatever is the number of sides, I must say over here 360 divided by that many sides. This is how I should do. Okay. So if I were to run this command, it will only draw a triangle and the pen size is 10. So it's drawing thicker lines here. Okay. So this is how I will get a triangle. If I want a square, I will change this to 4 sided like this, both the places, and I was getting this. Now the question was, what if I want to draw this always, I want to draw all the types of polygons with the same command. Okay, so it was very, what I told you was, instead of giving a fixed number here, we will use a variable which is called sides. So I went in data block, I said make a variable, and I clicked on, I gave the variable name as sides. Okay, and if I don't want the sides to be displayed here, I can remove the tick mark from here. So it will not be displayed there, but it is there in the program, I can use it. So I make a variable called sides, and initially I will set the sides to 3. Okay, so first I am setting it to 3 because I want to begin with 3-sided figure. And then instead of saying repeat 3, I will say repeat sides. And similarly, instead of saying 360 divided by 3, I will say 360 divided by sides. So I am able to draw now a triangle with the use of variables instead of fixed numbers. Okay. One more thing I want to do is, after saying go to x0 and y0, it is better if we say point in direction 92, because you can see this is tilted a little bit. Okay. So I can go to in the motion block and say point towards, point in direction 90. So it will always be at the starting position in the where we always begin. And I can even hide the sprite, because the sprite is actually, or I can, if I want, I can display it, or I can just keep it like this only. So I'm just hiding it right now. I'm hiding the sprite. Okay. So now this command will draw a triangle in this manner here. Okay. Now if then I showed you that if I want the same commands to work for different types of polygons, I should put this in in 2 loops. So after it finishes drawing one shape, I must change the sides by 1. I must increase the number of sides by 1. So it was 3. So now it will become 4 and it will now draw 4-sided figure, then 5-sided, 6-sided and so on. But this it will not do unless and until there is one more repeat here. So this whole thing has to be under in one more repeat. So what will happen in this, it will draw 3-sided figure, then it will change the pen color, it will change the sides by 1, so it will become 4-sided now. It will wait a second and then clear, and then it will again do this. It will now draw a 4-sided figure, change the pen color, change the sides by 1, so now it will become 4 plus 1, 5. It will wait 1 second and it will clear and then draw the 5-sided figure here. Then it will again change the pen color, make it 6 sides, wait 1 second, clear and then draw a 6-sided figure. And this is how it will go on till it reaches 11. When it reaches 11, it will stop. It will not draw the 11-sided figure. It will stop. And when it stops, I wanted to just put it back to the normal this. So I'm going to say, I'll just decrease this code because it's not fitting here. I will say pen up and stop all. So the same code is working for all the shapes. See this. Cool, isn't it? So the same code is working for all the types of the shapes. Right? Now, what if I want to add a little bit more into this program? Wouldn't it be great if when it is drawing this, it should also say this is a square, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, nanagon and decagon. Wouldn't it be great if it were able to do this also? So let us see how to do this. Now the trouble is that since I'm not copying, pasting the commands to draw one shape, I'm not doing it repeatedly, I'm not copying it and doing it, it becomes difficult to mention what type of shape it is over here. Okay, so there is another way of doing it, and that way is using lists. Okay, so in other languages, a list is called an array. Now basically what we will be doing is, just like we use sides, a variable, to change the number of sides it will draw. Just like that, I will be using a list wherein I will store all the names which I want to be displayed one by one there. And the best part is that variable I can use with a number. Okay, like for example, see, a list is like this. When I will first go in the data block and I will say make a list. Now over here, I will call this, let's say, shapes. I'm calling this as shapes. Okay. Now I'm going to say okay. Now a variable called, a list called shapes is displayed here. If I don't want it displayed, I can just remove it. And if I want it, I pick it so it will come back here. Okay. Now right now, my list of names is empty. I want to add into this list of names. So here you can see there is a plus sign here. Okay, where this is displayed on the screen, there is a plus sign on the left hand corner here. So if I click on plus, I get a place over here to write my first element of the list. So the first element is triangle. So I am typing over here triangle. Okay. Now to write the second element, I can either press the plus button here or I simply press the enter key. Now if I type over here square, enter. Now I am typing 5-sided figure. Next I want is pentagon, then hexagon, then octagon, nanagon and decagon. So I have typed my list here like this. but I don't want this to be displayed. I have created my list. Okay, triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, nonagon and decagon. I have created my list, and this list I have given the name shapes. Okay, now if I don't want this displayed here on the screen, so I can just remove it by clicking on this, but it is there. If I click it again, it will be there. Okay, so now the moment, just like when you create a variable, these commands come automatically, na? Just like that, when you create a list, these commands come here automatically. Okay, now these commands we use in programming later on. Now what do we do? Now here what I want is, when it draws whatever sides, that means first it will draw three-sided figure, right? So I'm going to first begin it with uh, a triangle here. So in order to see, this is my list, right? Now in order to refer to these elements here, when I wanted to display triangle, I have to say shapes 1. That is the first item of the shapes list. Okay, so I have to say 1 of shapes to get triangle, 2 of shapes to get square. Suppose I say 5 of shapes, I will get octagon. Suppose I say 7 of shapes, I will get decagon. So from this list, if I want these items to be referred to, I have to refer to the subscript over here, the element number. Okay, so in scratch it is called as item. Okay, so item 6 of shapes will give me nonagon and so on. So right now what I will do is, after it finishes drawing, I wanted to say that it's a triangle, right? So I have to use, in the, before I do that, first of all I will have to create a variable for the item number, okay, of the list. So what I will do is, I will make one more variable called, let's say, I will call it a, for instance. I can call it anything I wish. I'm calling it a. Okay, so variable name a. Now initially I have to set the variable name to 1, because my item numbers are beginning from 1, right? So most of the arrays in other languages, now this is actually a list in Scratch means an array in other languages. When you learn other languages, you will learn the concept of a single dimension array. Okay, so in a single dimension array in other languages, the item number always begins with 0. It doesn't begin with 1. But in Scratch, because it's a language meant for kids, it begins with a 1 there. Okay. So set A to 1, and here after I finish drawing one shape, I am going to say over here in the looks block, not hello, I have to say what is the shape it is drawn. So that I will get from, in the data block, this item 1 of shapes. See this? Okay. This will say the first item, and the first item is triangle. But again, this, if I say item 1 of shapes, then every time it will go on saying triangle only. So instead of saying item 1, that's why I have kept the variable a over there. So instead of saying 1, I will say a over here. So item a of shapes. So I am going to say in the looks block over here, say item a of shapes for 2 seconds. Then it will change the, I am removing this wait now, because it will wait for too long. See, if I keep this wait as it is, see, I'm removing this from the screen. Yeah. Okay, we are not changing the item number also. So say item, set item, set A to 1, say item A of shapes for 2 seconds. Okay, now I have to even change A by 1. Just like I change the sides, I should change the A also by 1. But it is not saying that. Okay, instead of saying, okay, say item A of shapes for 2 seconds. Change the pen color. Wait and clear it. Okay, it should work. Okay, let us see what is the mistake here. Set A to 1. Okay. Now as you can see, I have set say item A of shapes for 2 seconds here. And in the list, I have given all the items which I want. So item 1, first I have set the A to 1. But when I am, so it is supposed to say triangle, right? But when I'm running this, I'm finding that it is not displaying. Now the reason is because the say command does not work with a hidden sprite. So because I have hidden my sprite here, it is not saying the command. That say command is not working. So I have to remove the say hide, and let me just click on the show, so it will show it here. Okay, so I have to remove the hide command from it, and then it will work. Okay, I'll just, yeah, now see this. Now it is able to say. So it is saying triangle, square, then pentagon, hexagon, octagon, nanagon, and decagon. Okay, so this is how it is doing. Okay, so here we'll have to, this is, it is also drawing a 11 sided figure. So I will change this to from operators to greater than. I will just say until sides is equal to 10. Okay, let us just check this now. So with a hidden sprite, this was not working. It was, the commands were all correct, but it was not working because the sprite was hidden. Now after the decagon, it's supposed to stop, right? So it is clearing and then stopping. Okay, so maybe we can give over here a thank you to end the program. We can just say over here, say at the end, you can say thank you. So after it finishes ending, drawing all this, then it will say thank you and it will stop. You can see in the full screen also. So we have written a very interesting program today. So you can also try this. Okay, there are a lot of concepts you have learned in this simple small program. First of all, what we learned was how to draw using the same code. Using a variable, we used a variable to change the number of sides, and instead of keeping repeat and a fixed number of sides here, we were using variables to change the number of sides it will draw in the polygon. Okay, and then a little new concept what you learned was adding the command over there, writing the what shape size, what is the shape of the polygon. For that we used a concept called arrays in programming. Okay, in Scratch it is called list. So to create a list, I went in the data block, I said make a list, and after giving a name to the list, I gave the name shapes. So after I say make a list, suppose I say X, then it will create a list here like this on the screen, and you can just simply click on the plus and start typing all your commands here. Now if you don't want this list, like I don't want this X, so I can just right click on this, or okay, I'll hide it right now, and if I don't want it, I just delete the list. I right click on the variable here and I say delete the list. So it will delete X list because we don't need X list in this program. Okay, and I typed in triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, septagon, octagon, nanagon, and decagon there. And then to get the values, I have to say item A of shape. So for since I'm using a variable called A, I have to also declare one more variable called A in the data blocks. I will say data, make a variable A, and I have to set A to 1. Okay, and then I will do this, right? So I hope you will enjoy doing this. I'll just make this a little bit big so that you can, copy down these commands and try, so that you can try it out on your own. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this, right? So we will stop here for today. Have fun with the polygons. Bye.